Hello and welcome to what is going to be the first in a long, probably long build series on my Mazda RX7. For those who don't know me or this car, this is my 1989 Mazda RX7 FC, which most people know this shape as. It's a Series 5 and it's also a Turbo 2, or was a Turbo 2 until I took the engine out. It's still going to stay turbo. So I bought this car about 5 years ago. I started work on it back when I bought it, and then life's happened. I've bought a house, I've built a rotary MX-5, which I'll cover in another video, and this sort of sat on the wayside. But now I've finished the MX-5, my partner's GT86, most of her MX-5, and now it's time for the RX-7 again. Today I'm mainly starting with pulling the suspension off. I need to get the subframes off, both front and rear, and try and do some rust protection. I did some rust protection when I initially started work on this to start with, and obviously it's been sat outside for about 4 years waiting for work to be done. As you can see, it's rather pink now. Get it up in the air, probably not in the lift because the lift is a bit temperamental and has stopped working, so I either need to get that repaired or replaced, so probably on axle stands. Get the wheels off, start stripping the suspension down, and maybe we'll get the subframes off. I don't know, but we'll see how far we get. Right, switch to my phone camera because it's a little bit easier to move around than that camera there. So as you can see, I've already started taking it apart. So this is about as far as I got 5 years ago. Engine came out, the loom's sort of been tucked up out of the way. Longer term I do want to replace the loom, and I've tidied up most of the rust that was on the subframe. I don't think you can really see that. Looks like it's started coming back through, so we'll have to deal with that again. I did the same with a lot of other spots. So this cross member down here was quite rusty. There was a couple of spots sort of on the sides of the chassis, they were rusty, and around the back of the car, whether you'll see it because it's backed up against these seats, just in the bottom there, that was all rusty as well.
Cold night, dark sky, walking alone tonight. Feel the whirlwind, it sighs, no one by my side. Street lights whisper, shadows dance and play. Heart is heavy, bitter, dreams just slip away. Lonely soul alone, searching for a song.
So I did a little bit of rust treatment up here too, which all seems to be holding together, which is nice to see. That'll save me going over that again. But it looks like it all needs protecting anyway. The whole chassis is going to get a good protection at some point. Of course, I do have all 4 centre caps for this and the removal tool. I don't remember why I took these off. Oh, I probably took the front wheels off to take the engine out. Here we go, original centre caps. Surprisingly small 15s, these. Let's start with the brakes themselves. 4 parts on the RX7. I should probably do the brake lines first, actually. That's okay. That's a giant cable tie. Okay. second I was going to snap that.
Echoes of my home fading in my mind.
There we go. Success. Not in bad condition, all in all. Okay, so that means that should now drop through. Little line there, so this is now not attached. It was cable tied to the coilover for some reason, but I'm going to see if I can undo this here, and then we'll see if we can get the caliper itself off. Not that tight actually. Let's move this over. Try to catch the brake fluid. So I get brake fluid on the floor, I'm going to slip on it. Guaranteed. Again, not in bad condition. Surprisingly. The car, to be fair, the car itself wasn't in bad condition when I bought it. It just needed engine rebuild. Yeah, being rotary, they usually do need those. Oh wow, I was not expecting that to just fall off, because I need to rebuild these. But again, plenty of meat in the pads, overall good condition, but yes, they are going to get rebuilt. Now the bit that's going to be a pain, because these never ever come undone. Oh my god! What? Oh wow! Look at the threads on that. I'm amazed that came undone. Ah, there we go. Whew. Jeez, look at all that. So I get the torch up there. Yeah, there we go. Look at all of that. Wow. Oh, I was not expecting that fight today. I think we do. Let's do the coilover first. Alright, and then the top half. So we've got this here cover. And what looks like a 14. Again, it looks like it's in decent condition. Let's thread these back on. Doesn't look like it's leaking anywhere or anything, so it's actually just a clean up. Okay, back down underneath. Coilover's out. I'm going to see if I can get the hub out. So, split pin, castellated nut, ball joint, which will be fun, because ball joints are always fun. And then, oh interesting, that one is just this pinch bolt. Okay, job one. Good start. Let's get the flat blade in. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, that's a surprise. Snapped. I'm surprised that worked. Let's do this back one. And then we'll get the splitter out, see what happens. Okay. So in theory now it's just ball joint splitter. Goes that way. Wow, that went surprisingly easily. That's gone through a bit more. Can I? Oh, yes. There we go, success. Anti-roll bar. Depending on where you are in the world, that could be a sway bar. I am actually really surprised how well this is going. With the actual anti-roll bar itself. Again, not fighting me. Nice. So you can have a look at this. There we go. Little U-shaped, like, shackle type thing holding the back of the control arm on. And then just a standard bolt on the front. There's going to be gaps all over the place, but it's my first video, so you'll have to bear with me while I get the hang of this camera, that camera. I've got a GoPro somewhere, so the quality is going to change anyway. But we are completely disassembled. Lower control arm was really straightforward. I don't know whether that came through, but we'll find out when I edit this. I'm going to leave the track rods and the track rod ends on for now. I'll take them off with the steering column. Same with the drop links. That's stuck anyway. I may have to cut this, I don't know. But we'll find out when I hit it on the bench, because it's just going to be easier to do it on the bench. The lower control arm is in... The actual control arm itself is in pretty good condition. So original, it's got the Mazda logo on it, which is cool. Backwards mirrored for some reason. That's the little U-shaped bracket that held it on. The bush itself is, well, look. Yeah. Seen better days. Ball joint itself's not bad though. I don't know whether you can get replacement ones of these, but again, if I replace this with a lock kit, then it's not going to matter. But what is amazing is this, the anti-roll bar mount, is bolted on. There's just a nut there. So if I want to replace that mount, I can just unbolt it and just replace the mount. I don't know why they don't do that anymore. Maybe because I've never actually had to do it, so it's not necessary. So, right, on to the driver's side. I'll probably just time-lapse this one because you've seen me do this side and it's exactly the same. Right, side number 2 done. Basically exactly the same as the other side. Only difference here was this bolt just here, if it'll focus. Yeah, that's rounded. So I don't know when I'm going to put lock kit on this. Hopefully sometime soon. So we may just cut that off and deal with that at that point. Next job is going to be steering rack and anti-roll bar. Switch to the GoPro because there's not a lot of room under here. Wow, they're long bolts. Job done.
Cold night, dark.
Job one, find out where the mounting points are. So I've got one there. I think this rear piece is a separate piece. Let's have a look. So we've got one there, those two there. I think that's it. Because that's bolted to that part of the subframe. This is a separate piece. So yeah, four bolts either side, it comes out.
Sky, walking all alone. Feel the whirlwind, its cry, lonely to the bone.
So, what I'm looking at, let me take you off the mount. What I'm looking at is just there. That is attached to the subframe and hooks into the bodywork. I didn't think I would have to undo these bits, but I think I'm going to have to and separate it and then see how that back part comes off afterwards.
Cold.
So you're obviously stuck there. You're on that stud. That can't come down because that's in the way. And that can't come down because it's hooked in there. But it can't be unhooked because that's in the way. That's how you do it.
Night, dark sky.
Right, there we go. It's my two subframes, one subframe, front subframe out. Next job for these anyway is powder coating. I'm gonna have them vapor blasted and then powder coated because they are, well, they're 30 years old now, so they're not in great condition. So we get them powder coated and they'll be good as new. Next episode, I'm gonna do the rear, which will be same thing, wheels off, suspension off, blah, 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 blah. And then the only difference being I've got the diff to do back there because the diff's still in. I haven't taken the diff out yet. So diff, prop, did I take the PPF out? Can't remember. We'll find out when we get there. Thanks everyone for watching, what you think of the build and my videography skills, because they are terrible, I know. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.